Hi, I'm Siddharth Pandey, and I'm from India, and I'm pursuing an MPhil in education with a thematic route as children's literature. Yeah. My nomination for this college was purely dependent on my faculty, and the Faculty of Education is located just near Homerton College. And some of the classes of the Faculty of Education are also held in the college itself, so it seemed to me absolutely right to make this choice. It's my first. I think the best part of being at Homerton is its people and its space. So from the very first day, I think, like, everyone from porters to the principal, to the people working at the buttery, to the librarians, to the teachers, the fellows, and everyone has been extremely supportive, warm, and more importantly, efficient in their work. That, I think, has been the best part of being at Homerton. And everyone has made me feel at home from the very first time. From the very midnight I arrived at Homerton. The second thing is, I think, the space of the college itself, the landscaping, I think. It's very nice to see that, I mean, once you enter the college, from the outside it looks as if it's an absolutely modern college, but you get inside and you get to see this absolutely Victorian building. So there is this modern and a new thing going on constantly, and this particular aspect also, I think, enters the general social fabric of the college. So I think that even though we celebrate age-old Cambridge traditions like matriculation dinners and formal halls and all those kind of things, yet we are allowed to walk on the lawns, which does not happen in every Cambridge college, and we are not supposed to wear gowns for formal halls. And so, I mean, there seems to be a certain kind of way forward that this college seems to be inspiring in us. That, I think, is very important. And some of the other highlights is, I think the library is just excellent. It holds a special collection for children's literature, the university's special collection for children's literature, which is my course. Then the societies are excellent. And the societies, again, are not only meant for people who already are good in their fields, but open to all. So for instance, I joined the college choir this term and performed at the concert without ever having been a part of any choir. That, I think, was a very great achievement for me, but I would also like to credit this success to the people in the choir who accepted me without even knowing how to read music. And other things, I think, are the research grant that the college makes available for its students to whoever wants to go and participate in a conference or seminars and all. So I think all these things actually make you feel quite comfortable. And the best part of being there, in light of all of these aspects of the college, the best part of being at Homerton is that it makes you feel at home and not out of place at any moment. I'm not a regular goer to formal halls, but I've been to 3 of them, I think. Yeah, and the special 3 of them. So first was matriculation, second was the Christmas formal, and third was the Harry Potter formal hall. I think formal hall, being a Cambridge tradition, they are a nice way to make friends and meet new people. But also otherwise, I mean, it's just nice to be together with the entire college once a week and to be in that kind of lively atmosphere. I think my favorite formal hall has, of course, been the Harry Potter formal hall. There's been nothing like it. We had real owls flying in the hall, and it was just really nice to be paying a tribute to the novelist J.K. Rowling, in whose honor we were having that kind of thing. And that seemed to be quite even in the spirit of the college itself, which holds a special collection of children's literature, as I showed. So I think these kind of innovative aspects of the formals also I like quite much. It's very difficult to talk about one favorite place in Cambridge because the city in its entirety is just absolutely beautiful. I think I wouldn't like to point at one particular place, but I would just like to say that it's just always a nice feeling to to walk in Cambridge from one place to place. That I think is the best part of being at Cambridge, to just soak in the architecture of the place and the landscape of Cambridge. And because it's a concentrated and intimate city, so almost all colleges, barring a few exceptions, are in the vicinity of each other. So it's just nice to go from one place to another and see yourself being a part of history. So I think all the colleges, the entire landscape of the city is in its entirety, it's just beautiful. I would say I love Homerton, but yeah, it will be warm, efficient, spacious. I would like to do a PhD, and in any case, this program which I am pursuing is an MPhil plus PhD program. So I applied for a PhD program here, but I had to do an MPhil as a requirement. So yeah, I would like to do a PhD in my subject, and then would like to enter the teaching profession and research profession. Oh yeah, Cambridge has met my expectations, beyond expectations actually. I'm extremely grateful and privileged to be a part of this great institution. I think, unlike some places, the moment you enter Cambridge, by the virtue of being a part of this university, there is a certain, again, to repeat my previous comment, there is a certain sense, a spatial sense of the place. Like the space becomes a part of your identity, so you associate yourself with this space in every sense. It's not just because of my love for architecture, but even in other ways, because there's something constantly happening in the place. And again, by the simple virtue of being a Cambridge student, you are associated with all these activities. So I love the constantly very vivacious nature of this place, both in terms of the city and the university. Apart from getting the best of resources here, both in physical resources and intellectual resources, my favorite. One of the highlights of me being at Cambridge has been that I could soak its interdisciplinarity. So for instance, even though I had my classes here at the Faculty of Education in Homerton, I was also a student and regular visitor to this center called CRASH, Center for Research in Arts and Social Sciences and Humanities, which is an interdisciplinary center at Cambridge, and it is open to all. So any student who feels like doing or involving himself or herself in an interdisciplinary research can go to that center and take part in seminars and participate in them. So I think these are the certain kind of these are the certain key features of the place, that you enter a particular course in Cambridge, but it's not just the course that you are limited to. It's the overall atmosphere of the university that is important. That makes you a Cambridge student rather than only a Homerton student. So yeah, it's met my expectations, and it's made me inspired quite a lot. So I've loved to being at Cambridge, absolutely.